Hey guys, I'm coming to you with a video on 2 cards that I made, and then this one we're going to build together. And this is to show how to use the HoneyBee Peony Dies that Frank sells at the studio. So here's right here, it comes now with a layering guide. They didn't have those before, so it is very cool that they do that so that you would know how to actually layer them. And it also has the bud at the bottom, and there's the price on that. And here are all the dies. You know what, guys, don't be discouraged when you see this many dies, because I am the first to be like, like when I see all the little tiny ones from Lawn Fawn, I'm like, oh my gosh, they make the cutest things on the planet. But I look and I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I'm not doing it. But these are big, and then you're gonna see how we're gonna build this one together. So stay tuned for that. So we're gonna do this now, and then at the very end, I did have a little small haul from Frank, and but primarily I wanted to show what I created, the 2 cards, because I'm gonna be sending these to Frank so he can keep these as inspiration at the studio, so that you can know what you can make with this die. So you'll see, when you do it flat like this with different colored cardstocks, you know, you can keep it flat if that's what you like. And I use 65 weight cardstock on all the layers. It's not necessary to do heavy weight when you're layering them all, because it's really like thick once you layer them all together. But then you can also do something that's vintage and shabby, you know, where you wouldn't even realize. I distressed all of these petals. I whitewashed them because it was originally this color. It was actually this color, and I whitewashed every layer, and then I used something twigs, Tim Holtz Distress ink, all along the edges. So you can see right here that it is brighter on that side, but so you can see how you can totally transform it. I absolutely love it. And then this is the bud, and this is the bud. These are punches that I made flowers. These are some stamens. They're metal stamens with pearls on them. This right here was using Frank's collection from a very long time ago, Tales of You and Me. And it is the most beautiful collection I've had in my hoard vault, and I took it out. So that's where this sticker came from. And of course, this right here is a cut apart, and I fussy cut all of the butterflies out. The glitter that's on here that I'm going to use is, let's do this, is this right here that I also got from Frank. The best sequin mix ever, not sequin mix, glitter mix, because you can still see the print of the butterflies below it. So that's what I really like about it. It's super glittery, but it doesn't take away from the color. So I absolutely love it. This right here is a Tim Holtz punch. This right here is lace that I cut in half, and I got this from Hobby Lobby. It looks like this, and I just cut it right down the middle. Love this stuff. It's so beautiful. And then here's the inside. Then here's the reverse. The sticker came from the collection, because back then you would get like stickers and alphas and those paper pads. That's how old this one is. And then this right here is my label that my beautiful friend Susan made for me. And this is on 110 cardstock as well. I do have it lifted on foam. And then I just ripped it up. So we're not making this card, I just bent it. We're not making this card, but this is one of the cards, so that you can see that you don't have to do just one style. This card is the one we're gonna do in yellow. This is a super long, good gosh, slimline card. So I see I did one where I lifted all the in between foam in between every layer. These I left flat. Here are the cute little buds. And then of course the leaves come with it. And then this is a sticker from one of Tim Holtz sticker books, some bling. This border strip right here was using the We Are Memory Keeper punch that I will show you. And here is the lace. Again, I cut it in half so that I could widen it, because if not, then, you know, it just takes away from the prettiness if you do that. And then here's just the inside. And then here's the back. Again, another label my friend Susan made for me. And this is a 4 1/4 by 10 inches. Love it. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make this one right here, which is so fun. So I did make one of the flowers. So you'll see how it looks using, this is all the Recollections cardstock paper from Michaels. So that one is made. We're gonna build another flat one together, and then we're gonna do a layered one together. Okay, so you'll see right here where I cut it in half. So we're gonna go ahead and layer those. Here is the bud already made, and then we're gonna build a a bud together. So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna use my absolute favorite liquid adhesive, which is the Nuvo, and we're gonna go ahead and start building these. And so you see right here, before I jump into that, you see how it does this? It is so flipping pretty, and this is the punch that I showed you guys that I got from Frank. That's by We Are Memory Keepers. Love this thing. Oh my gosh, I own all 4. They came out, so I'm hoping they release more of these. So this is the one, and you want to use 65 weight cardstock. And then when you slide it over, you see each of these little bumps, it stops you with every single little bump, so you never miss a punch. I absolutely love this. And it's magnetic, so your paper does not move at all. Love this tool. So I made sure to use that. And if Frank still has it at the studio, I will link it below. And I think that was all I needed to show, right? This was the sticker book that I used, that you're gonna see that I'm gonna use. Oh, here it goes. And anything that I have here, I will link below. If it's not linked below, then Frank does not have it. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's go right here. All right, guys. So I'm gonna put this together, and then I'm gonna jibber jabber with you a little bit. So I have officially been living in Colorado for a month now, and can I just tell you, this state is absolutely beautiful. And yesterday, the crazy thing is it went through, like, I watched it change weather 4 times. Like, literally, it was stupid hot, then it went to super cloudy, then it went to super windy, then it went to pouring rain for about 15-20 minutes, then it went back to sunny. I'm like, this is amazing. I absolutely love it. I love the weather. I know some people are like, oh, but it changed. I don't care. I love it a lot. So you'll see how you do the layer, and you see how it all you know how it goes just by looking at it. It's kind of like a puzzle. You're like, okay, it goes like that. You see, this little point is in all of the layers, so you know that you need to match them up. Super easy. And then when I do cut these guys, like, I just what do you call it, I cut out a little square of paper, and I put, like, this whole bud I did in one cut through my Big Shot. I just pre-cut the paper around the die and ran it all through, and it was done. Super easy. So that's why you don't want to feel like when you see all the dies, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to run it through 15 times. Nope, 1 time. And even the flower, the big one that we're gonna do, see how everything matches that point. The big one, I had to run it through twice because of the bigger pieces, so I was only able to put like 3 layers on one, 4 layers on the next swipe, but that was not a big deal. But do you see how fast that comes together? I love that. So now we have the 2 buds. Okay, so here's the big one. We're gonna do this one, and again, this one right here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so of course your biggest one, and you'll see when you layer it, everything is kind of like, you follow this part right here. You layer this with this. You layer, no, actually this one goes first because this is the bigger piece, right? No, I did it backwards. Like I said, there is a guide, so there we go. And then I go to the next biggest one, and you see it matches. It's just like a puzzle. Here's the next biggest one. You're gonna match that up, and then here's the last one. Oh gosh, super duper easy. So let's go ahead and just add some dots on here, and we'll go ahead and add this on top. Super easy. And I'm going to do another video on the other die set that's by HoneyBees. It's another layering one, but it's only like a couple layers. It's really easy. That's because it comes with 3 flowers. It's not as many cuts, but it's really, really pretty. So that'll be the next one we do together. Okay, and I lived downstairs, guys. Did I live downstairs? No, I didn't. I lived upstairs when I was in Costa Mesa, and now I'm downstairs. So right in front of here, it's a walkway for everybody. So it's been different trying to get used to that. I'm all sitting here trying to concentrate on how I'm gluing it. Like, I still can't multitask, guys, and talk and craft. But yeah, so it's very different when you're not in your element, in your surroundings that you're used to. So it takes a little bit of time, and but that's okay. I'll get used to it. But I absolutely love it out here. Let me tell you, every day when I go to work, it is the most beautiful drive, the most beautiful drive. So I don't even stress on traffic or anything like that. And mind you, the traffic out here is nothing in comparison to California. I promise you that. And I don't hit any, really. It's like slows down, but it's never like a stop. So that's nice. But aside from that, it's like I get the most beautiful mountain view, mountains, more than one, of when I'm driving to work. 'Cause I'm about 30 minutes from work. So I love it. I absolutely love it. I do miss everybody. That's probably, you know, I've definitely been getting very homesick, and I didn't realize it was a thing. It's a thing. It's a real thing. So that's been very tough for me. But and that's fine. I don't regret my move at all. I can't even tell you what a joy it is to have all my boys with me at once now. It's been a very long time. Here we go, guys. See how fast that comes together? See, guys? All right, so let's go ahead and do the next one. And this one right here, where's the, okay, there it is. We are gonna layer this one. Okay, and we're gonna use the Dollar Tree foam stickers. Okay. So, yeah, having my boys, you know, is, oh, and before I say that, and then what I do at the end is, you know, just to give it that little, I just kind of get my finger and I'm just doing this. You don't need to get your tools and the pad just to do that. I mean, it's not necessary, because you're only going to need to do the very edges of it like that. And then you just put this on top. Okay. But like I was saying, having my boys is, and my granddaughters this close to me, to where I get to see them on the weekends, nothing tops it. It's worth the sacrifice, and I'm okay with it. I mean, I'll make new friends while I'm out here, and it's just gonna take time. And because I miss my friends out there so much. I talk to Frank almost every day, you know, my best friend every day, pretty much. So there's some friends you know, that I talk to. My friend Anna, hey girl, I talk to her. She checks on me all the time. Love her. But I can also tell you too, guys, you know, with this move, I was telling Frank and, you know, Nat and all that, that you find out who your real friends are when you make a move like this, when you're no longer around all the time. And let me tell you, I haven't heard from none of them, you know, and it's sad, because these are people that I genuinely thought were my friends. And but it's all right, you know, it is what it is. And so here you go. And I'll be fine, you know, I'll be fine. But it was a sad realization, I guess you would say, when to have to actually, you know, go through it. But that's all right. you know, cut off a little bit of this. But, or there's friends that like I reached out to, and you know, it's not the same when they respond back, and I'm like, really? Really? Does it have to be that way? You know, I don't get it. But, so see how easy that is, and how it just gives it life if you just get your finger and you lift up the edges, just at the very edge. You just, nothing major. You don't have to go crazy with all the edges and add a tool, use our, you know, your tool that you make flowers. You don't have to do all that. You do it as you go. And I think this one actually fit the whole way, didn't it? Yeah, it did. But yeah, so that's that. Oh wait, did I just put it backwards? I did. Why didn't you guys say something? All right, let's see if I can rip this up without, thank goodness I didn't hot glue it, right? Because that would have sucked. All right, so see, real time, what happens when you make a mistake. All right. And there was probably one of you saying, no, not that layer. I would have figured it out anyway as soon as I added it, but that's all right. It was fixable. And which kind of crafter doesn't make these mistakes? And we got to peel it up. And you know, if you were to lift up some of my projects, guys, and you would see a ton of mistakes. We just know how to hide it, and that's the beauty of being a crafter, is we know how to fix our mistakes. All right, so let's go ahead and add this one on here, and voila, there is your layered flower. Love it. All right, so now all the flowers part is done. Now let's go ahead and start building the card. Now, I always tell you guys that I use 3mm foam, and I purchased mine from Frank, and so that's where I get mine from, but you can get yours from anywhere. And I like it because, first of all, it's in the budget to give you some dimension in between your layers. So that's what I really like about it. If you want to, of course, the Scotch, or you could use the tape roll, and we're gonna do this side and use that, but gosh, it's so expensive to buy those and to sit there and have to use so much of it just to do layered cards. I just don't want to do that. I would prefer to use those on things that are smaller as opposed to a bigger project with layers, because I did that before and I'm like, oh my gosh, the Scotch roll is like 50 bucks, you know, and when you're doing cards and adding layers, not doing that. So here's the 3mm foam, so we just squeeze that along there, push that to the side. Now we're going to do the bigger one. And I tell you, I love this adhesive. Like I think before I left, moved to Colorado, I bought like 3 more of these from Frank. Not that I can't buy them again, but you know, I just have to have it with me at all times. Okay, so we're gonna use this side up. We're gonna flip this over. And when I cut my foam, guys, I don't cut it exactly to the size of the paper. Okay, I go around, like for instance, if my paper is, I would like go, it's probably like 1/4 of an inch, and I'll cut it all the way around. Okay, because I don't want to by chance have it stick out here, because I used to do that when I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't like how that turned out. Now this one is not, we're not lifting up with the foam. We're just going to use ATG gun, which I can't find. I wanted to buy another one of these. I can't find them anywhere. It's like, did you stop making these? Because I might just die if I can't get another one of these. So, and then too, I went to a couple of Michael's and I couldn't find no ATG tape. And I'm like, come on. You know, so I know that I can go on Amazon to get it, but I don't want to. I want to be able just to go and get it now. So, all right. Let's go ahead and line this up. Okay. Alrighty. I have like videos lined up, guys. Something. Okay. It's like I feel, oh, it's under this mat. I was like, I feel something. Okay. Let me see. We'll do, oh no, this was the inside. Then we'll do this layer right here. And you see that the flowers go up and down, up and then down. So don't think that I have it upside down. Oh, and guys too, I hope that some of you were able to get in on the Cambria trip that Frank is hosting. I'm going. So I'm super excited about that. I love Cambria. Love, 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 love Cambria. So I'm super excited that he did this. I know he likes to do his cruises, but you know, since COVID, it put a damper in a lot of things. So he did this one as the next best option, and it's amazing. It's so fun. It's gonna be so fun. Cambria is the most beautiful, cute little town ever. I've only been there once, but I loved it. And he has everything planned out for you. He will be teaching 2 classes, and then Andrea will be teaching a class. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, then we are gonna go ahead and add this one at the bottom. Okay, so I will just use my ATG gun for this one as well. But since I'm only a couple hours out, I'm definitely gonna be, I have friends out there. I'm not gonna not go out there. It just took me a long time to get situated. First of all, to get unpacked. Oh my gosh, guys. I had so much stuff, you know, and my apartment out here is not the same size as the apartment was in that I had. And let's push this down a little bit. I have this paper under here because I'm gonna be doing glittering, and I want it to stay on the paper. So what I'm gonna do is I'm trying to add this piece right here so that it hangs at the edge. And then with this one right here, what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna use liquid because it'll take too long, but I will be using my adorable little pink glue gun. And when I do these, I just look for the part that has the most solid pieces. And then I just put like a little strip of it. Oops, there we go. And there. Okay. So I'll add this part right here. All right, so you get like, you know, like a second or two to layer it on there, the first round, and then after that, just add them to the rest. I mean, you could easily use the liquid. I don't want to say that you can't, because you totally can, but I just want it done right now. I don't want it to move, and yeah, so I'm just trying to make sure that I don't go too high up and make it like this, because I've done that many times. And lifting this up, like when you put lace and you're using hot glue on paper, you're done. You're ripping up the whole, you might as well just start over. That's a hard one to unfix. Okay. Did I just miss this one? No, I didn't. Okay. Okay. Oops. This one looks like it needs to go a little higher. Okay. Then we're going to get the next one. Oh, geez Louise. I should have did that last. All right, now we're going to add this next one. And I want to make sure that when I layer this here, that this is peeking out equally. Okay, so I can get an idea of where to start my next one. Okay, and then we'll start just adding, and I'll clear out the little cobwebs from the glue gun at the end. Or if you have a heating tool, I know you can like put that over it and it'll get all of the strings that are everywhere that is annoying to every one of us that uses a glue gun. But My glue gun's still my best friend. I absolutely love it. Who doesn't like instant gratification? And I don't care about burning my fingers. I think I've said it before. I don't even think I have fingerprints anymore. So I don't even feel it as much as I used to. It takes a lot for me to actually really burn my finger to where it hurts. Oops, I think I missed that one. Okay. All right. Oops. Ow. That one actually burned a little bit. All right. All right. See how I just get a bunch of strings everywhere. All right. Now, so we'll add this right here. Love. So you can still see the piece right there. And this one, I think what I'm gonna, let me see. I'm gonna add this. Oh no, glue my glue stick. I got that new tray from, there we go, from scrapbook.com. Erica, my friend, Scrap Diva here on YouTube, she gifted me a gift card, and I bought that glue gun holder that holds it's wooden, that everybody was showing. I got one of those because it was only 16 bucks. Okay, and we're gonna add this right here in the middle. And I added the layer of hot glue in the middle because there was that where the lace, and then it was the card, so I had like that little bit of give on there. Okay, so we have these and this. Then we have these petals that we're putting on the side. Okay. Bud. Where's the other bud? Oh my gosh. Okay, I was gonna say, really? All right. So let's go ahead and we're gonna do the glittering last, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and add this leaf. I kind of like to start on that outer. So this gives me a little bit of wiggle time. And then make sure that they are equal on both sides. Oops. My hands get super messy when I do these. Okay. Okay, so I just want to make sure I did that. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add these. I'm just going to put hot glue on this one right here. So I only put a smidge. I don't need to put a lot for something like this. And then we're going to add this. See, I made a mistake here. No one's going to know. Okay, so we have just like milliseconds to get these right before that hot glue settles in. Okay, kind of want to make sure this hangs off equally, that it's equally on both sides. Okay, then this one right here, we're going to add these leaves to the back of it. Wait, no, goes this on the side because this is the top part. All right. These cards are super fun to build. I think like actually I wanted it down like this. Yeah. Is thinking of the design is what takes the longest. Okay, do we have it like that? Yeah. So we're gonna make these a little more this way. My other card, they went down a little bit more. Okay, so we're gonna do it that way. All right, don't worry, I didn't forget the buds. Okay, we're gonna add this right here, make sure that's centered. All right, okay, and then we are going to, oh, and I forgot to add that stuff. Oh well, it's not getting added. This right here. Okay, so then the bud, I'm gonna have to cut some of this off and then add it like right there. And then we're gonna get this one and we're gonna tuck it in. That's why when I hot glue, I only did it in the middle. I didn't do it over the whole thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut some of that off. We're gonna get the hot glue and we're gonna just tuck it under there. Okay, and then we're gonna get this side, cut off, paste that. Not all the way because you still see the little stem right there, so you don't wanna cut it all the way off, unless that's how you prefer it, totally up to you. And then we're gonna go ahead and add this one at the very end as well. Okay, so there we got that. This is the sentiment I chose. Oh, I got the blame stuck on it. It says you are capable of becoming more than you realize. Okay, so looks like I need to tuck it over just a little bit more. Okay, and then we have the little blings. So I'm using my little jewel picker. So just make some little dots. Actually, I think that's too close. And let's do it here. And then we're just gonna pick up some of these gems that I already had. Oops, that one flipped over. Hold on. All right, now I tried to flip these all over before I did the camera so that it wouldn't do that. Okay, and then we'll add another one. It's different now, guys. You don't hear the cars like you used to when I was in Costa Mesa, because I was super close to a very, very busy street. Oh gosh. Okay. All right. And then one more. Let's make sure. Okay. All right. Now let's go ahead and we are going to add some of this glitter right here. Let's move this over here. Now what I did is I just kind of picked, I didn't want to do everything, so I just selected certain petals that I wanted to do. So, oh, actually I didn't use this right here. Let me take that back. I wanted something see-through like this, so I have my little glossy accent is what I used. So we'll go ahead and we'll do, and we'll put it on that last layer. And the cool thing about this is that it doesn't dry right away, so you have time so that you can do the glittering like all at once. Okay. I'm just picking points of where I would want the glue to, the glitter to stick. Okay, and then we'll do this up here. And then right here. Okay. And there we go. And then let's see how it looks after that. Oops, big old string there. Okay. And then I just kind of do it over here if I can. And if it falls on the paper, then I can just easily scoop it back up and put it back in. And this little spoon is a Nuvo. I've had this for a long time. I got this at a, I'll just do it over here, at a expo. Okay, and then when it dries, I'll go ahead and I'll go over it. I think I'm gonna add some more right there. to where it's all of this whole piece right here. Okay. And you know what? You could easily go ahead and do these pieces first, and then go ahead and once it's dried, add the layers. But I'm like, why not? We can just do it right now. Not a big deal. Okay. Oops. Okay, so you see right there, I don't want to go too crazy adding it everywhere else, so then I'm just going to mimic it and do it on this side. And then we're going to keep these right here, because when they're flat like this, for me, my preference is like, I just want to add sparkle. Now you can easily get stickles too, so don't feel that you can't get stickles. You totally can. And but I really do enjoy the glitter, the way it looks. So we're gonna use it, and it's very fine, and I believe it has like 2 different, let's look this up. 2 different types of, or 2 or 3 different types of actual glitter that's in there. Just checking the other flower to make sure I put glue or glitter on the exact same petals, because that would look real funny if I mess it up. Okay, so let's go ahead and add that. Oops. Okay. All right. And then whatever's loose and stuck around there, I'll brush that off later. And I think that's the same. And so then for the middle one, on that one, I actually went just a little more ham on it. I added to every layer. Some I did just on the edges. Some I, like this one right here, I did all over. Okay, so, but I think I might just, I don't think I'm gonna do every single edge on this one. I think I'm just gonna randomly select them as well, because I don't feel like doing all of that like I did on the other one. But also too, if you don't want to do this, you can get out your inks, and you can totally you know, use solid white cardstock. Wait, it's not that one. No, actually. Maybe I'll do the edges. I don't. No, I'll do this one. And because I've done that before as well. Okay. And sorry if my hand gets in the way. I'm trying to get under the petals. Let's see what it looks like now before I start going too crazy with adding a bunch. What I'll do on this one right here is that's probably all that I'll add as far as the petals are concerned, except for I missed some glue right here, is maybe on these right here, I'll just add it like along the edges. Or no, maybe I'll just fully glitter it. No, I don't know. Let's see how it looks on the edges if I just do the edges. And then I'll go from there and see if I should just fill it all in. Okay. All right, these little spoons come in handy. I had this for so long. was in my little caddy, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'll just do along the edges. Okay. I think it looks fine like that. Here, let's see. So you'll see how it looks. Okay. I think we'll leave it at that. I don't think I want to overdo the glitter. Hold on, I don't think I got enough on the edges of this one or this one. I'll just use the other side. Okay. Okay. So we have that. And then all we're gonna do at this point is just go ahead and add that layer piece. I'll go ahead and add that back in later. It's glitter heaven up in here. And we're gonna go ahead and add the center piece, because you gotta line the inside of your card. And not to mention, when I do cards, they're always super top heavy. So, you know, oops, sorry guys. I should have totally lifted up the camera, hello. And I'll probably have to go in with this as well and add a white cardstock. I mean, you could easily write on top of this, but I'll probably, knowing me, I'll go back in there and add. And then this was the label I chose. And this right here was also made by Susan. All my labels, anytime I use them, just know these are all by Susan. So we will add this in the back. And let's open it up like this so we can see where we're at. Looks centered enough to me. Okay. So how pretty that is. I love it. And look at how pretty, guys. See how beautiful this is? Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it. Absolutely gorge. So feel free to get these. Don't be feel free to go ahead and use my card as inspiration. Bust out these layering dies that are absolutely amazing and fun to use. I will come back with the next one, and then this right here if you really want to change it up. Okay guys, so that's it. Thank you so much for stopping by, and really fast before I forget, because I almost did, is I wanted to quickly show you my small haul. Okay, so I got these two. Oh geez Louise. And I think I got those before, honestly guys, I don't remember. Then I got this one because Frank used this on his mini book, so I had to get the strawberries to go with the strawberry collection of his that he just came out with. Okay, and I got these, the 8x8 and the 6x6. Okay, I got the little journaling cards. The 8x8, I don't know if I just, is there a price on this one? No price on it, but I paid for it. And then just quickly so you can see, I think there's like 4 of the designs. Look at her, she's my absolute favorite. When he showed me this, when he was doing the designing, I was like, oh my gosh, I love her. And then here are some cut aparts. How fun are these? Okay. And then look at these strawberries. I did not get the whole collection. I had to be very mindful because I have, my craft room here is smaller than what I came from. Okay, and then here's right here. So fun, so fun. Okay, so I just wanted to quickly flip through that because everybody's been showing it, so I'm not showing anything new. Oops. And here's There's the price right here. And then I got the puffy stickers. And then I got both ephemera packs, the 52 and the 44. So you can get an idea of what it looks like, of which one's in this one. And then here is this one. I will have everything linked below, like always. And I had to have the trim, guys. Look at this. This is eyelet trim. And I believe you get a yard of each. Yeah, it's 1 yard of each. I had to have that. Okay. And then I also needed one of these. Here, let me move the cards real quick. I don't want to mess this one up. Lay that one on top. I needed a new spinner, a pink one. So I got this one from Frank. It's already full. It's like crazy full. But I need the pink one. Absolutely gorgeous. So I will have this linked below as well, because that's a must if in case you want that. And that was it, guys. I will have everything linked below if you want to go ahead and purchase any of the stuff. And whatever I used in my card, I will go ahead and add it below if in case there was something that you wanted, like the glitter. I can add that down there. This right here I mentioned before, this is from Hobby Lobby. And also to the We Are Memory Keeper punch, that's to die for, hands down, a great purchase. And that is it, guys. So I will see you again later, and thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll be back. Have an amazing and super blessed day, guys. Bye.